So the very first thing I'm going to go over is just editing the block and make sure that everybody knows how to edit the block. So we just had a question about how to change layers for the hatching if you didn't put it on the right layer. I'm going to show you do the show hide line. So that's definitely, you can see the difference between the line weights of the section line layer and the object line. So by double clicking on your block, you then go into your edit mode. So when you are in your edit mode, you now can go back and make changes to your drawing. Now, the thing that you need to make sure that you do is you have to go back and change your ribbon. Okay, so right now we're in block editor, but I'm going to have to switch back over to my home ribbon in order to change the layer for those section lines. So clicking on that, it just went back to that block editor. I'm going to switch back over to home and then select my section line layer, and it's going to switch over to section line layer. Once I'm done editing this block, you have to make sure that you close the block editor, and then you make the changes, you save those changes, and that should update. So making sure, like if you find that the dimensions are not lining up and you don't have enough room for those holes, you're going to have to make changes to your parts to make sure that they can line up. That was the whole point in using the dimensions that were given, so these things all fit together. All right, so any more questions on editing the block before I switch over to talk about bill of materials? All right, I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the bill of materials. So in order for any of this to even start working, you need to make sure that you have your show menu bar open. Okay, so if you're just looking at one line across the top, that means that you don't have your show menu bar open. So you need to open your show menu bar. So if you click on the down arrow right here and click on show menu bar, it's going to bring in that second line set of commands. So the first thing that you're going to be looking at is underneath your format pull down, and you're going to go to table style. When we go to this table style, we're basically just setting up what we want our parts list table to look like. I've already got one created there, and let's just look at, so this one is what it will look like at the end. This is what it looks like from the standard. So you're going to start with the standard one, and you're going to make changes to it in order to make it look like this one it's done. So what are those changes that you're doing? I'm going to go to modify. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to change the table direction. So at the beginning, it was set with the table direction is set to down. You're going to switch it to up because it just reverses the order right here. So table will go down to the bottom, and it just reverses the order of this table. The other two things that you had to do was select the text size for the data and the header. So if the default is that it's already set for data and text. The text height is 0.18. You're just going to highlight that and type in 0.125. Then you're going to click on the header block, and you're going to also type in 0.125. So those are the only two things that you're changing at that level. Okay, so that's just setting up your format for your table. So you hit OK and close, and you're not even inserting the table. That's just setting up what you want your table to look like when you bring it in. The next thing you're going to do is come over to annotate, and then we're going to click on table. When we this is how we insert the table into our drawing. If you don't have parts list selected right here, it's going to insert whatever table is there. So if I do standard and I click table now, it's going to bring in a standard table. So you want to make sure that this reads parts list right here, because then it's going to bring in that information for the parts list. Alright, so things that I'm going to look at right here. You can see that my title is down at the bottom. However, we are going to get rid of that title in just a second. we're going to switch this area right here, and we're going to get rid of title. I want to make sure I have 4 columns, and that those 4 columns are going to be 1 inch. So you're going to have to highlight those values and type in those values to make the change. The data rows, I just had 1 and 1. We can easily add more rows in the actual bill of materials and not have any problems. So that's 4, 1, 1, 1. And then this right here, we're going to switch to header and then data, data. Okay, so that gets rid of the word title at the bottom. And we just have the header is going to be like what we're using for our number, description, quantity, and material. So once I hit OK, that box, the bill of material is going to come in. I'm just going to drop it right here. And now I'm going to look at making changes to this. So the very first thing, before you even start typing, if you want to go ahead and make some changes to your cell, make sure you click down in the bottom. Like so, let me hit escape. So watch when I click on this, I can click in the A area, and that turns it to that cream color. That means that we're now able to edit and make changes to our features that's going to be in here. The very first thing I would do is go ahead and change my alignment for my text and change that to middle center. That means everything in these columns are now going to be set up for the center. So just clicking on each one of those and going to middle center. That's going to set my text to be in the middle center. So I'm just clicking down in that cell and clicking middle center. The other thing that if you need to is to click on the little blue grip, and you can change the thickness of your cell. Let me type some stuff in here first so we can have something to use as a reference. So this is the number, this is description. This is quantity, QTY, and material, MATL. Alright, so you can see description, we've got a problem with that. So I'm going to click on this cell, and I'm going to pick on my little blue grip, and I'm going to drag that over. This is, I don't know why I have the hardest time with this. Yeah, there we go. So I'm picking it. I'm sorry that it can be complicated. I'm just picking that grip and then moving that over. There must be a trick to this that I'm not getting. But you do need to make that description a little bit bigger. I do change it sometimes without it being in the cream color, picking on when it's in the blue like that, and picking it and dragging it, and it's not moving over. You're just going to have to click it a couple times to get that line to move over, so that way you have description the full length there. When you add rows, click on this where you see the cream color, and you will see over in the left hand corner where it says insert above. You can click on that 2 times, and that's going to give you your four rows. So well, it's just so you can see, the purpose of it is so you can see how to add rows if you need to add a row or delete a row. Because it's not always going to be 4 items. So you need to know, when you click up here, you can go and you can either insert one above it, below it, or you can delete rows. And if I didn't tell you to put 4 rows in there at the beginning, you would never click on that and try to add a new row. So you're going to go in here, you're going to type in the numbers. You're going to type in all of the information that I've given you for your bill of materials, and you just got to fill it out. So it's important that you're looking at the information on that sheet and you're filling out this as you go along. Now, when you finish this, you do need to move the bill of material. The bill of material is also called parts list. So you move that into the lower right-hand corner, and we're going to leave it right there, okay? Now, some people yesterday said that your drawing didn't fit. Your drawing was over top of it. This drawing fits. You just have to make sure you're scaling it 1-to-1. Once you get it in place, you may need to like pan it around and get it in order, but it should fit in there without any problem. So that is pretty much the bill of material, except for I don't have all the information typed in there. So now let's look at the balloons, because the balloons have to be in place to go along with the bill of material. So those kind of go hand in hand. So you should have a sheet for creating your balloons for your assembly. So back to your annotate ribbon, we're going to click on the little down arrow right here. And this is going to open up your multi-leader style manager. Your multi-leader style manager is where we're going to create a new balloon. So you're going to click on new. You're going to type in balloon. Hit continue. And now we're going to make a few changes. So these changes have been listed on your sheet for you. The first thing is under your leader format, you're going to change the type, the text type to .125. Yes, you do. Under leader structure, you're going to make sure that you have automatically include landing. Under content, we're going to move it to switch it to block, and our source block is going to be a circle. So what I just basically did was change the format of that leader. Before, your leaders have always had like just text attached to it. Now we're putting this little balloon, and as you put your balloon on your drawing, it's going to prompt you to type in a number. So I'm going to hit set current right now and close, and then I'm going to use my multi-leader, and I'm going to apply the balloons. So I'm going to turn ortho off. Your balloon should be somewhere between 30 and 60 degrees. Okay, so I don't want a balloon like going straight over 0 degrees, straight up 90. So if you can just estimate like 45 degrees, you can do this all day long and not have any issues. So my first item is going to be is the base plate. What is the base plate on your bill of material? Is that item number 1? So there's the base plate. You're going to pick the bearing. Type in number 2. I'll give it to you. Just give me a second. I passed it around and I don't know what happened to it. 3. And then 4. So anyway, guys, so this is what you should be, this is what your final project is going to look like. You're going to have all of your bill of material filled out. You're going to have your balloons. You're going to need to make sure that you have this name shaft support assembly. The drawing number is A4, and you're going to be printing this when you're done.